Hello, everybody. Hello, good day. This is Krina again. Welcome to episode number 9. Today, I want to talk about some of the bad news in the crypto world and some of the good news as well. Despite all the bloodbath, and the market crash that is still looming, that's fine. Let's just deep dive into it, right? That will go on, right? Now, first up, ECB Financial calls Bitcoin the evil spawn of financial crisis. Basically he's saying, now when you hear this kind of news, right, it basically means, right, is the authorities who are bashing Bitcoin, bashing cryptocurrency. Now, this is actually at this kind of times where the mainstream tells you to go left, you should go right, really. Now, the thing is, whatever they say, right, Bitcoin has survived 10 years of history. And they also have been pronounced dead, more than 300 times over these 10 years, but it still survived. Now, why is that the case? Because they have really some very useful use cases, right? Real benefits for people. One of them is, of course, right, it enables instant borderless payments, right? Removing all the hefty fees, allowing, the people who need it most, like the migrant workers and their family, to benefit most in this kind of situation. Even, another use case is, of course, the merchants, right? The businesses can save a lot of 2 to 4% of their credit card fees, and can add up a lot for, companies with very minute profit margins, right? And of course, the most important is it erodes, it basically replaces a system, where governments and central banks can just at their will, print money at will, and it creates inflationary pressures for the market and steal wealth from the next generation, because Bitcoin has the ability to actually, it's a very good store of wealth, that if you shift to this alternative money, basically you will not subject to all these inflationary pressures, right? Now, given all, these are just, some tip of the iceberg, and then new innovations are going to come on board, right, to actually leverage off these blockchain technologies. It's basically immutable, and, you don't need permission to innovate. And, it doesn't need any central party, and any middleman to actually slice off or take up all the fees. And basically all these savings can actually benefit the people who need it most. Now, this is exactly what I want to say, right? Basically, to sum it up, yes, when you see, some European Central Bank official calling it evil, evil spawn, that's really when you need to start thinking for yourself. Is this really what it is, right? Now, next up. Another not so good news is Tom Lee at Fundstrat. He's a very prominent figure in the cryptocurrency world because he worked previously in JP Morgan as he's a chief equity analyst, so he's a very notable figure, and he has previously projected the price of Bitcoin to hit 25,000 by end of 2018. Now, very recently, he has actually slashed that down to 15,000 by year end. Not very positive, but if you think about it, it is still much higher than the current, 5,000 plus price point that we are seeing now. And of course, he went on to say, basically it doesn't, he could continue to remain bullish on crypto, mainly because of the, the institutional factor, right? All these institutions continue to be very bullish and they're on board, especially like the TD Ameritrade. They're coming up with the custody solutions to facilitate institutions to come in. And of course, in Intercontinental Exchange are going to launch very soon, December 12th, where they're going to have a physical delivery of Bitcoin futures. All these are big in developments for the cryptocurrency world, right? Don't be distracted by all this price movement in the near term. It's basically what I think. Now, the other thing which is very good for cryptocurrency is that despite all these negative things that's happening, real changes or long-term development are actually taking place now. Adoption, merchants' acceptance are starting to rise. As an example, Surf Air, which is an airline that placed themselves basically between commercial airlines and private jets, right? It's basically they want to take that sweet niche of a semi-private jets, right? And they're going to start accepting Bitcoin and Litecoin for their fundraising campaign. Now, this is really good, right? For adoption, you need merchants to come on board to do this. And of course, now Tron is one of the alternative currency. They are the 11th largest in terms of market cap. They are focusing on the long term as well. They are going to launch a $1 million program where it's an accelerator program where they're going to give out $1 million in a competition to 56 winning projects for very promising innovations to develop in the cryptocurrency world. So basically, I think it is definitely the right move to focus on long term, where you can, where you should actually see what other benefits, can blockchain and cryptocurrency bring to the benefits of the society. It is really through innovation that, people will grow and, people who need it most, especially those people who are unbanked, and of course, the developed world will benefit, right? So thank you so much for watching, and that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day, and God bless. Live with passion. Thank you.